everybody was looking at me like a terrorist. It was a horrible experience of my life.
Hasan Raza lives in Little Pakistan, Brooklyn. He was on a train when the towers fell.
I was close to the bridge at that time. My train was closed down, and I basically saw that tragedy with my own eyes.
For Hasan and his community, tragedy did not end there.
Twin towers were down by few mad people. The backlash was basically on the Muslims. But most of the people were afraid. Maybe you may be picked up by any time by anybody. That was the feelings that people do have.
9 years later, fear of government still exists. Despite this, Hasan wants his community to participate in the 2010 census.
Participation in the system can only be possible when they are accounted for and they can get a better share in the resources of the country.
Getting people to participate isn't easy.
2010 census, what is that?
I know what a census is, yeah, but I have no idea what it's about.
Yeah, I know the census in 2010, but I don't know much more about it.
Are you going to participate in the census? The census that is trying to count people? This, I don't know if you...
They are afraid of this thing, that their information, their personal information, their address, it might be exchanged with the immigration department, Homeland Security, or others.
The Census Bureau says the data they collect is made anonymous by computer systems that hide the identity of individuals filling out the forms. Homeland Security says they don't use census data in their enforcement operations. In a written statement, the DHS said, all the information the Census Bureau collects is protected by law. It is not shared with any other agency. Watchdog groups like the American Civil Liberties Union encourage everyone to participate in the 2010 census, but they still have concerns.
There's been a lot of government mishandling of information. There's been a lot of government over-collection of information. So, of course, people generally, I think, are a little more skeptical of what the government's up to.
But even with efforts of groups like the Council of People's Organization, where Hasan is a social worker, there is still a cultural barrier to participation.
The census is not a day-to-day activity. It comes everywhere in the world of 10 years. So we got to remind people, especially those who don't know this thing. And if you ask them in their own language what Mardum Shumari is, they might tell you. Mardum Shumari जानते हैं आप? मर्दम शुमारी हो रही है आपको उसको पता है? हाँ ठीक है हाँ तो आप उसमें हिस्सा ज़रूर लीजिएगा आपके घर में आएगा फॉर्म ठीक है ना जरूर हाँ उसमें ज़रूर हिस्सा लेना अपना फॉर्म भर के भेज देगा.
So you're going to participate?
Yeah, why not? All right,
Thank you very much. Right? You see, you ask them in English, so they don't know what census is, and I just translated and said, yeah, I know that.
For Hasan, representation of the Pakistani community in this year's census is a step toward greater integration into American society.
No matter what party you join, you should be part of the system. Participation in the system can only be possible when they are accounted for and they can get a better share in the resources of the country.